I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And this is the PMMetalGuide podcast, episode 20-something. We're talking about the Grammys.
The Grammys. Everyone's favorite
cultural institution.
Close relative and cultural institution.
They, as always, they fucked up.
They did fuck up once more. But first, we're going to talk about some music that we've been listening to just a little bit, though, because I don't think either of us really listened to that much music this week.
Dude, what do you mean? I delved into the great Marshall Mathers discography.
I don't know why you did that, but if you'd like to explain and express your thoughts, please do.
Oh, so, like all white men, when I was like 12, I really liked Eminem, right?
Yeah.
And those first two records, and to a much lesser extent, the Eminem Show, hold a special place in my heart. Because, I don't know, it has some bangers, it's edgy, it's formative, and for a lot of people, that's one of their first, like, real exposures to hippity-hop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most people would agree that those first two records are pretty damn good. Right? But, so for whatever reason, FAC from Curtain Call's been big on TikTok recently. And so one of my friends had FAC stuck in their head. And I was like, haha, as a joke, and I decided to play Music to Be Murdered 2 Part 2. The Music to Be Murdered by... I'm pretty sure Fantano gave it like a 3.
I think it was even worse. I think it was not good. Or did he just give it a not good? Regardless.
Well, it definitely is deserving of that not good. Like, all the songs on this record feel, like, utterly uninspired. They feel like they're doing nothing. They have some of the worst bars I've heard in popular rap music. It's just Eminem doing his lyrical miracle, spitting bars to sell cars, and, like, you know, the meme that is just so killed at this point. So overdone. Chocked to the brim with horrific pop features from like Skylar Grey. There are like 3 good songs on this record, and it's 16 tracks, and it's like an hour long. And
16.
most of them are wildly unforgettable, to say the least.
Wow.
I also made the mistake of listening to Revival. And Revival has a 1.5 on your music.
And that one I've heard.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Probably
I understand why people are canceling Eminem. But it's just kind of weird, especially with Revival and Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered by 1 and 2. I don't know. It's really interesting how much it's just tanked.
Yeah, like, this was a dude who was, at one point, like, the best in the game. Like, early 2000s Eminem was unbeatable. He was the king of controversy. He dropped amazing albums that were also thought-provoking, while also being edgy, and, I don't know, I think his use of the F-word and, like, violence towards women is problematic. But, I don't know. These albums are atrocious.
These albums suck.
These albums are I think Revival's one of the worst albums I've ever heard. Like,
both claim, but I think an agreeable one.
Yeah, on the topic of actually good rap music, so Adam sent me a legendary meme the other day where it's a little gif of Venusaur from Pokemon Snap jumping. And the gif turns into a Cardi song from Dial It.
Yep.
And oh my god, I've been listening to Dial It and a whole lot of Red. And Cardi really is just on another level.
I don't know. I think I like Die Lit more than I like Whole Lotta Red, but I'm also just not... I'm still not a fan of trap in most aspects. So...
Dude, he saved music.
I mean, look, Die Lit do got a bomb cover, though. And it hype.
Yeah, it's like it's literally the Fugazi cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's great. I think I've come out the closet as a Cardi fan.
Closeted Cardi fan. Not anymore.
And also, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but holy heck, dude, this Drake 3-song mixtape is amazing.
I actually can talk about it, and I don't know, dude. That music does literally 0 for me.
Dude, it's okay. Let me whip out.
I couldn't even. I was just. The best track is probably the one with the Rick Ross feature. At least I think. But I don't know, man. It's just it just seems so lifeless. Drake is so blasé in his delivery. I don't know. Not for me.
No, I mean, I feel you. I think years of hearing all the pop Drake hits in the car have definitely worked their magic on me. But dude, this album is just a flex, and all 3 tracks slap. They do it's just Drake coasting and operating in absolutely peak form. I think it's really good. What's Next is great. That's a quintessential Drake banger. I like the Lil Baby feature where Lil Baby somehow goes harder than Drake. And the Rick Ross song is awesome too. It's just 6 minutes of them being hard as fuck on tape. And it helps that, Drake literally has the ability to get the best beats in the business.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and a lot of poptivists, pop rap fans are going bananas, rightfully so.
It is getting pretty high criticism. I can agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Drake EP, but that's okay.
Scary Hours 2. Hopefully, you can drop a long play that isn't horrible.
I think there is a full length coming out this year.
It is coming out soon, but. I mean, let's be real. Drake's last good album came out in 2011. So
yeah,
a year ago, I listened to the entire Drake discography, and that was a mistake.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I've listened to all his full lengths. I have, or at least all the ones after Take Care.
Views and Scorpion are unlistenable.
They're not good.
But I mean, to be fair, I don't know, Drake has hits, and some of his hits are godlike.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, I really do think What's Next is one of his best bangers.
All right, fair enough.
Anywho, let's talk. So we're a metal cast, right?
Well, hold on. Yeah, I could bring in some metal.
Before you bring metal, I just want to say that I listened to Deliverance a few times in preparation for when we talk about that, and I have some thoughts.
Save those thoughts, unless they're not that important.
I don't know. They're kind of spicy. I definitely like Deliverance, and I think it comes on an interesting contextual place in the Opeth discography.
Okay.
Anywho,
good. All right. New music. Fun time. New Malice album just dropped on last Friday.
It's so good.
Karst Relic. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. The guy just knows how to make goddamn modern black metal. Of course, the one-man atmospheric kind of more modern black metal guy from Russia, who has just sort of over the last 3 years dropped 3 full lengths that have performed really well in the critical sphere as well as our personal ears. I think I'm finally getting it because I wasn't really the biggest Malice fan before Karst Relic, so I'm gonna go back and check out those other ones. But yeah, no, I mean,
yeah, dude, in the Catacombs of Time is pretty amazing too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go back check all those out again. But Malice, be good. Another one that I want to talk about is we've mentioned Old Nick a few times on the show, but he just dropped his proper third length. They just dropped their proper third length. Remember, Old Nick is the very strange, I would say avant-garde black metal, but that wouldn't be correct. It's more raw black metal with
Old Nick is the band? What?
Old Nick? We've talked about this on the show. Hold on, I'll send you
the album cover.
I'll send you a Metal page. Well, they have a ton of releases over the last year. with literally so much fucking music being released in 2020.
Oh yeah.
But they just dropped their third full length, A New Generation of Vampiric Conspiracies, and it's actually pretty heckin' good. When you sit down and really give the time to at least this music, it's really like, I don't want to call it like synth pop black metal, but like that's what it feels like. Like it's not using black metal melodies, it's using synth pop melodies, but black metal. So I don't know. It's very interesting, very lo-fi, very strangely produced and strangely written, but I think it's a pretty sick release. Pretty interesting at the very least. And then there's two more I want to talk about. There's a collaboration between a Boston-based band by the name of Anair that I've never heard of before. But they dropped a record last year, which is kind of cool. But they released a collaborative full length with a German ambient droner by the name of N. The record is entitled Jacob, and it's 3 songs that total to about 40 minutes, and it's all the goodies of Sumac in their avant-garde form. That's basically what it is. It's just 40 minutes of drone doom death metal with some interesting bullshit going on. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty awesome. I would definitely highly recommend that one. And then finally, the last record that I really listened to this week is by an upcoming band. This Norwegian krautrock, progressive post-rock, noise rock. They call their own genre super disco. But this Norwegian 8-piece band,
Jesus Christ,
two guitars, drums, additional percussion, bass, and 3 synth players.
Love to hear it.
Is entitled Drongo, and their debut, just one, comes out on April 16th. They have a few singles out on Spotify and Apple Music and the like, and it's really like, it's for, I mean, if you like the Black Country New Road record, you'll like this album a lot, but it's also very different. It's much more jam bandy. But I think that they really put together.
When you don't even listen to krautrock full time.
I had to listen to a couple of Can albums to prepare myself.
I really like New.
New.
Any New?
I'm not familiar with any krautrock, but I guess I have to become familiar.
Stereogum has like a top 40 essential krautrock songs that I'd highly recommend people check out.
I'm gonna have to check it out because these tracks smack. All of them, I think. And I wrote a review for it, and you can check it out on the website. It is there.
Imagine being cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. Check that out. Listen to that record when it comes out on the 16th.
Well, talking about records that come out on the 16th, Home Is Where are a Midwest emo, screamo, folk band. They just dropped an EP called I Became Birds, and this was like deep in the RYM like top charts.
Sure.
And it's actually really good. It's a truly peculiar blend of like almost Jeff Mangum like folk mixed with elements of screamo. I'd recommend people check it out. Some of the songwriting here is really astonishing, and the way it can go from pastoral folk tunes to throat shredding, like emo is pretty good. This is something that Adam would be like, ugh, and turn his nose up at, but I'm a fan.
Lol. I don't know, maybe. I'll have to check it out.
An underrated metal album that no one talks about, that's great, is the Hope Drone album from 2019, Void Luster.
That album got enough popularity. That album got pretty good coverage. It was highly talked about.
It was so good, though.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, for whatever reason. I don't know, man. It's like utterly dismal, like atmospheric post-black metal.
Maybe I have to go back.
I don't know.
This could be another Malice thing. Who knows? I could go back.
Really nice focus on loops, on drone, on layers. It's really gorgeous work of the genre. Like, I still think of the chord progression in its third song sometimes because of how good it is.
Well, maybe I'll go back and listen to it. In fact, I will go back and listen to it. I'm going to throw it into my
it's good. You'll be
Spotify ads right now.
I didn't know atmospheric black metal could be this good. No, it's really solid. And lastly, I have a hot take on Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher. Is
it's not that good?
Well,
it's not worth the hype.
Well, A, it's not worth the hype. B, why did she just lean into her rock sound? Like, when she really lets it rip on, like, Kyoto and, like, I Saw the End or whatever, it's amazing. Like, she has an amazing sense of melody, her lyrics are great, production's great, she really knows how to layer big moments. And then, like, the rest of the album is, like, bullshit neo-folk or whatever, where it's just a synth and her being like, I saw you in the parking lot, and we shared a McDonald's hamburger.
It's funny because I think that there's a big camp that is sort of in that mindset, myself included. But like, it's weird that this. What did fucking Pitchfork give that record?
Punisher, dude. Punisher's beloved. Everyone loves that record.
Well, I know, but I feel like at least the circles that we personally flow in, I don't know. I feel like everyone is kind of in the same camp of like, yeah, her rock side is good, but the rest is just kind of boring bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a page for Music Chad's opinion.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've seen other people with that take.
Yeah, I mean, because seriously, like, this album's 40 minutes, and on most of it, I'm just bored, and I want to sleep. And, like, I've listened to this album a fair amount of times. Like, don't get me wrong. Phoebe Bridgers is gigantic.
Yeah.
And she's been big for a while now. But, so I'm pretty familiar with her work, but seriously, every time I listen to Punisher, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, and then you hear the rest of the record, and it's like...
Yeah.
So that's my hot Phoebe Bridgers take. She should have won a Grammy.
She should have won a Grammy. I don't care which, but she definitely deserved a Grammy because she did explode this year.
Yeah, she's like.
Speaking of the Grammy.
All right, which list do you want to just go down and like shit on their choices?
I don't know. I'm on the Pitchfork list right now because I had.
Oh, okay. Pitchfork. I'm on the Stereogum list. Do you want to send me the Pitchfork list?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the same thing. Same winners,
well,
you know.
Yeah, but it needs to be ordered correctly so that way we can judge them together.
Yeah, this is an interesting Grammy Award year. Certainly one to remember.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of funny is there was like excuse me, there was like almost a concerted effort on the part of like the people behind the scenes to make it the Grammys just not suck. And it came through in some aspects. Like some of these choices last year I guarantee would have been worse, and a lot of the performances were pretty good. You know, yeah. I definitely like I said a lot, not all of them. I like the attention to detail, you know, including people of color, including minorities. Instead of
they have to now.
Oh, I know. Totally, but instead of just being like, oh, here's Alice Cooper doing a tribute to Ron Jeremy or whatever. You know, you get like actual meaningful performances by popular artists, which is cool.
What do you think of the sheer lack of Riley and Van Halen love at the Grammy Awards?
I thought there was a Van Halen tribute.
It was very brief. They actually, I read this in an article earlier.
Yeah, that Wolfgang was offered to play Eruption there.
They were offered to play, yeah. I don't blame him for not showing up, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like Van Halen should have had a little more than the brief tribute that he was given. you know,
no,
he is a rock legend after all.
He's arguably like one of the greatest guitarists of all time.
Yeah, and arguably one of the most influential figures in music in the past 100 years.
No,
so
totally.
I don't know.
I mean, 95% of what we hear done on like metal guitar would not be possible.
Well, metal rock, whatever the fuck. Even like Phoebe Bridgers, for God's sakes.
True.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we can jump right into the
noms,
the list.
And then we'll talk a little bit about the performances.
Yeah.
All right, so record of the year. Billie Eilish with Everything I Wanted.
It's funny because like I actually like this song. I prefer Therefore I Am. But I don't know.
Oh, it's funny because Everything I Wanted is literally about getting everything you want and then still feeling sad about it. And Billie won 6 Grammys last year. And that's literally what the song's about, getting Grammys and being like, I don't deserve these. And then, lo and behold, in a field, because like record of the year is supposed to represent like the song of the year, really. You know, like on the hit, the true tune to 2020. And literally any of these would have been better. Like Megan, Post, Dua Lipa, Doja, DaBaby, hell, even like Black Pumas. Like, any of these songs, I feel like, were A, bigger, and B, captured the moment a lot more. Like, I feel like, specifically, like, Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat were, like, inescapable this year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, when did Everything I Want to come out? Literally, like, at the top of the year. Like, directly after the Grammys.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
A month after the Grammys last year. And, I don't know.
You know, leave it... One in doubt. With very few exceptions, the Grammys committee, who's comprised of like primarily older white dudes, will always pick attractive young white girls.
Yep.
And
would you look at
lo and behold, there is one white girl or white woman in this category, and they managed to pick her over everyone else.
Yeah. I don't know. It's and I mean, she said it herself. She doesn't deserve that.
Yeah,
award.
She literally got up there and said Megan should have won. Based Billie, dude.
Based Billie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she is in such a peculiar position in the pop eye. So there's only really so much that, you know, she can do, even though she's blowing up the world. One award show at a time.
Speaking of blowing up the world, Taylor Swift somehow won Album of the Year for Folklore. It's funny because like I feel like Folklore was manufactured in a lab to reinvigorate Taylor Swift's career, and winning a Grammy for her acoustic album written during quarantine, where all the songs are like faux personal, like it's textbook.
Yeah, this is a very calculated win.
Yeah, this is the definition of like an industry play, seriously.
It's so... and we'll get to this when we talk about her performance, but it's the whole thing is so manufactured. Every lick of it. And now that I see it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah,
because like I do like some tracks on Folklore. I do. I won't lie. But guess what? I don't know.
It's real, like, the thing about the album is, like, and what sort of, I mean, here we are, you know, being our edgy college age, like, putting on a beret and be like, it's all an industry thing. But the Grammys is, and always has been, an industry show, like, an industry puff piece to sort of re-garner interest in a lot of the figures within. And, like, Taylor Swift winning a Grammy for Folklore is that to a T.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan, and Folklore and Nevermore feel like just utterly calculated pieces of media consumption.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But that being said, I mean, let's be real. This album of the year category is atrocious. Like, I probably would have given it to Future Nostalgia if I had a choice.
That's what I was gonna say that too. But yeah, no, this it's not like there's much to work with here. But I agree. There should just be a little bit more than what there is on.
I mean, apparently the Post album's not bad. But like, I mean, or I don't know, Haim's album's pretty good. Coldplay, utterly forgettable. I gotta be real, I've never heard anything by Black Pumas or Jenny Aiko. Or Yene.
I don't even know who Jenny Aiko is.
Or it could be Yene. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that.
Yene.
But yeah, I don't know, pretty horrible album of the year category. Like, throw Punisher in there, throw the new Abnormal in there, throw Fetch the Bulk Cutters in there.
Hollywood's Bleeding came out in 2019. This is what I hate about the Grammys.
Yeah, because there's a grace period.
This came out in June. Wait, no, it came out in September of 2019.
It's like mid-September is when the cutoff point is.
Dude, I hate the Grammys. Fuck.
Yeah, they suck. They really suck.
Fuck the Grammys. I guess the next relevant category is probably Best Pop Vocal. And I'm fine with that.
No, dude, we gotta rate Best R&B performance.
I don't have reference on any of it.
Well,
I've heard the Beyonce track. I've heard the Beyonce track, but...
Queen!
Yeah.
Best Pop Vocal Album. Yeah, I mean, Dua Lipa probably should have won there.
And when she did.
Yeah, I know. I like Dua Lipa. Her music's great. She's a performer.
Yep.
Like, enough said. She feels like a lot of this generation's... Excuse me. I don't know, a lot of like the current, like especially with TikTok, a lot of like pop stars that are or people that are blowing up just feel like utterly unsuited to the moment. And Dua Lipa, like, granted, her dad's like an Albanian billionaire or whatever, but I mean, I don't know, she really
she is a good performer.
She's a great performer, and she just like her music.
She's very talented. Yeah,
like this is what pop should be.
Right.
Best rap song.
I mean, Savage is better than any other. Any of the other
I don't know. I have a soft spot for Laugh Now, Cry Later. I think that song is amazing. But like, yeah, Megan Thee Stallion should have won for Savage. That song was inescapable. She's, we'll talk about her in a little bit, but she's an amazing performer and sort of really defined the 2020.
Yeah. Song of the year.
Song of the year. So, like, real question, like, is Song of the Year supposed to be just the best song of the year?
It must be. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I Can't Breathe isn't actually that good of a song, but the social message is great.
I mean, yeah, but is that what the Grammys needs to be based on? I know that's bad, but, like...
No, it's an important question to ask, and then we get to a point where we're sort of, like, commodifying wokeness. And like,
well, that is, I think, what it is. Because, I mean, they already gave Best Record of the Year to Billy. If you're already claiming that to be, like, the echelon of music of the year.
Well, record's supposed to be, like, the most successful, vaguely. And Song of the Year is supposed to be the objective, even though that doesn't mean anything. Best tune.
Right. Well, that's not right. But also, these categories kind of suck. Well, I mean, you have Billy, you have Post. I mean, Circles is a fine song, and Everything I Wanted is also good.
Cardigan's also a good song.
I don't like Cardigan. I've said this on repeat. I will not say it again. But
I don't know. I feel like none of these songs are really amazing, so I'm fine.
No, I agree.
I Can't Breathe winning, and you know what? Black lives do matter.
They do.
They do. Best Latin pop or urban album. Apparently, the Bad Bunny album's like amazing. Like,
I have not heard it.
Poptivists go absolutely bananas for that release, dude.
Interesting. I will have to check it out.
And yeah, I'm gonna be real. I know literally nothing about Latin music, so
yeah,
we move
on.
Best melodic rap performance.
That's a category.
Let's see. I don't know. I really feel like I'd be fine with any of these winning. It's cool to see Anderson .Paak like get a Grammy though. Like that dude's done so much for the industry. He's ludicrously talented. He makes great music and he's really prolific. So I'm happy to see it go to him.
I agree.
I wouldn't. But that being said, I wouldn't be sad if any of the other people won. I think Rockstar's a good pop hit. I think Laugh Now Cry Later's great. I think The Box is an amazing pop hit, and I think Highest in the Room's pretty good.
Yeah, an okay category.
So yeah, props to the best teeth in the game.
Teeth.
All right, we got
dude. Why did Yummy get nominated for a Grammy?
Dude. Because
it's
it's mother hecking Justin Bieber, dude.
Yeah, but
that kid was grown in a lab to do well at Grammys.
I know, but that song is inexcusable.
Oh.
And also, Say So should have won that, not Watermelon Sugar.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I think Say So should have won that. The song's great. It's funny seeing, like, a lot of the same songs get nominated for multiple things.
Multiple categories.
Like, Billie Eilish dropped exactly one song in the Grammy eligibility period, and it's been nominated for, like, 6 different things.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Watermelon Sugar. People really like Watermelon Sugar. I don't. Song annoys me to death.
I think Todd in the Shadows put it really well in the sense that, like, Harry Styles so clearly wants to be a rock star, but he's just too much of, like, a pop artist through and through. So when he does try to be a rock star, instead of coming across, like, like a lot of the genuine rock hits, it sounds like he's doing when a lot of the rock bands would sell out. Like, he sounds like owner of a Lonely Hearts era of Yes, more so than the Close to the Edge style.
Sure, yeah.
And it's really interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually kind of like Harry Styles' music. I don't think Watermelon Sugar is a very good song, but...
No, I don't think his music is horrible. I'd rather that win than fucking Yummy. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the ladies got it this year with those pop bangers.
No, I agree.
Plus, I think that song came out in 2019 too. I could be wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
It came out like September 30th.
No, fucking Fine Line came out in December 2019.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously that's later, and that is fine for a Grand Grace period. But
that's
still,
so funny though.
It's this is all outdated. But anyway, we can move on. I don't know anything about country. I'm sorry.
I saw some chuds online complaining that only women got nominated for the best country album.
I don't think that's a big issue. I think most male country is horrible in terms of content and in terms of
when he's sexist.
Oh, I'm not sexist. Look, I love Chris Stapleton. Don't get me wrong.
Ew.
But
my man's over here with like a red Solo cup, playing Morgan Wallen.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's exactly it. Like, bro country is very popular, and it's horrible. And I think that's what most male country music is, and that sucks. But it's the truth.
Yeah, bro country sucks. I'm not qualified enough about country to talk about it, but I don't know. Props to Miranda Lambert. Has she won before? Yeah. I honestly couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either. Maybe. She's a big name.
Yeah, so I don't know. No. Alright, best new artist. Megan should have won this, honestly.
I agree. I can agree with that.
Like, sure, she's not new, but...
Well, she's actually she's new considering everyone else. I mean, Phoebe's not new. Punisher's her second album. Her first one came out in fucking 2017.
Yeah, and before that, she had performed on various things.
Right, and I mean, I know that, like, that's not what quantifies a new artist, because obviously, like, if some random fucking band that's been hiding in the underground for 10 years and then pops up, like, that is a new artist, I get it. But anyway, yes, I think the Megan pick is fine.
Yeah, no, I agree. Megan's an absolute force. She's like, she feels like one of the, like, her, like, Cardi, they really do feel like the next big generation of, like, female rappers. Mm-hmm. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, WAP was everywhere. I'm amazed WAP wasn't nominated for anything.
I think the Grammys had to pull back. I think they just had to do Savage. I don't think they were... I think they're too stuck up in their roots to vote for WAP.
Fair, but then they performed it, and, like, dude, that song was literally everywhere. It was on the top of the charts for, like, over a month.
I completely agree. I agree. Producer of the Year is actually a pretty interesting category.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised Jack Antonoff didn't just get it.
I'm surprised too. I mean, should he have? No.
What did your Watt do?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, I wish Flying Lotus won, but, like, whatever, it's fine.
Let's see. What did he produce?
I don't even know who Andrew Watt is. He could be the Megan producer. I really don't know.
Oh, wow. He did a lot. He did a lot.
Like what?
He did Ozzy Osbourne's album. He did 5 Seconds of Summer. He did Miley's album. He did Dua Lipa's album. He did Sam Smith. He did Justin Bieber.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
he had a big year.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I
Fair
mean,
enough.
let's be real. Our boy Jack Antonoff, kind of goat.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna skip over the next 3 country things because I couldn't give anything.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad the Strokes won. I'm
Oh
happy
yeah,
that
for the best rock album.
they certainly were the best pick in that category.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Like, I don't know, any other artist didn't get nominated for that category. But I appreciate the push for diversity as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the New Abnormal's like a really good Strokes album. I think the Sturgill Simpson album sucks. I think the Grace Potter album's only okay, and I've never actually heard the Kiwanuka album, but I really do like A Hero's Death. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's nice to see Julian and the boys taking another home.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the wonderful best rock song track with no rock song?
Well, I mean, literally, I like all of the songs here except for Stay High. Like, what? Like, Kyoto is like one of the best songs of the year, hands down. Mm-hmm. Lost in Yesterday is one of the best Tame Impala songs. Not is like an indie rock staple already. And Shamika is the pop hit on that album.
Right.
And so I would have taken any of those, right? But of course the Grammys are like, Brittany Howard? Yeah, all right. Like, I've literally never heard about this song.
I hadn't either until I had to look it up after the Grammys and see that it won, because I didn't expect it to win. I don't think anyone did.
I guess good for Brittany Howard, right?
Yeah, she's got a Grammy now. She'll have a record contract for years.
She'll say,
oh, she's a member of Alabama Shakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oof.
Interesting. Very interesting. Regardless, this is the category that really matters. The one that we've been eagerly anticipating, and wow, it fell through. Yeah. Body Count takes home the Metal Grammy with their banger single, Bum Rush.
Look, I like Body Count. They probably deserve some recognition. They're important for a number of reasons. But, like, when in doubt, the Grammys will just choose the Boomer Band, right? Like,
yeah.
You know, we got Code Orange nominated for a second time, just sort of like a big band that's bringing metal into the new millennium for a new generation, you know, really important. You got In the Moment, not a great band, but like at the very least, they're an important part of the scene community. You got Mother Heckin' Poppy, who had an awesome pre-show performance of her new song, Eat. That song is great.
Get to that.
Or, and you had Power Trip, who just lost, you know, their legendary vocalist, like, and literally, any of these choices would be better. Like, this really does remind me of, like, 2017, where the Grammys chose Megadeth over Meshuggah, Gojira, Baroness, and Code Orange.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, because the other thing is, as far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, I don't know much about In This Moment, but it seemed... I don't want to say that the Grammys felt pressured to give Body Count the award, but that's how it at least looks to me. And I don't know about the same thing with the Best Rock Song, because those are the only 2 African-American representations within those categories. Now, I'm not saying anything about the Grammy committee, other than they suck, always, because that hasn't changed. But I do think that throughout this thing, there is at least something to look to see where there might be some publicity stunts. I'll say that. The Grammys need to keep their foot in the proper door of acceptance.
Look,
so I don't know.
Obviously, it's a little annoying because we like metal, but at the very least, I'm happy to see diversity. I'm happy to see it.
No, me
black
absolutely
and brown artists.
too.
It just kind of sucks that Body Count's record from 2016 was legitimately good.
Yes,
right?
No, I agree.
But Carnivore is called, I think, the one from this year.
No, the one from this year. Actually, now I gotta look it up. I know there's a single called Carnivore, but it is called Carnivore. You're right.
Yeah, this record just kind of sucks. It's really not that good.
And the song in particular isn't very good either. I don't think.
No, I'd agree.
It's just it's a shame to see that the Grammys don't care about. Well, I don't even know. The Grammys are very choosy. Sometimes, I don't know why it's so varied and vast. Because you feel like with that many musicians, there is just a sense of, I guess, they all know what they're doing to a certain extent, right? Even if they haven't produced a record in 30 years, they have produced a record.
I don't know. I mean, Body Count have actually been fairly consistent. But
they are. I don't know. It's interesting. I wish Code Orange or Poppy would have won. I think a Poppy win was actually a little bit more telegraphed. And I'm kind of upset that she didn't win because I don't know. I could go into that for a little while, but whatever. It is what it is.
Dude, go beg for forgiveness from Jesus to Christ.
Yeah, literally. But you know what? Good on Body Count. I'm glad they got a Grammy.
Yeah,
they are an important. They are an important band, and they do kind of have a weird, distinct place in metal history. So,
yeah, no, I agree.
I'm proud of them. But anyway, it's funny that you mention Best Rock Song because Best Rock Performance, which you would assume is a very similar category. Given to the pop track on that side.
Cool. I don't know. I would have been. It's the thing is, normally when a Grammy that's in a similar category wins, they'll sweep the category. So it's interesting to see Brittany Howard win Best Rock Song, but not Best Rock Performance.
It's really weird, especially when this Fiona Apple song is not. It's not a rock song, and it's not the best on the album either.
But that's, it's good to see Fiona win.
She should have won.
Fetch the Ball Cutters is an amazing record, and it probably deserves some.
I completely agree, but you're right. It is really interesting to look at this sort of discrepancy.
It's like Tool winning for Schism.
What is your criteria for this?
Well, normally they just choose the single from the album, and Shamika was the single.
Well, no, but what I mean is what is your criteria for determining what makes a better performance rather than a better song? So,
I cannot tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
But I don't know. I would have been happy with seeing Haim, Phoebe, or Big Thief win. Mm-hmm. But it's nice to see Fiona take at least one home.
Is there any other categories we want to talk about? Fiona won Best Alt Album.
I mean, we can just go down the list. I for Best Rap Album. I think the Nas pick's an interesting one.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I think if I had a choice, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist would have gotten it.
I would have probably.
But Nas is a legend, and it's nice to see him get it after all these years.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would have taken Alfredo. Alfredo bangs.
But yeah, right. The album's great. Best rap performance. Like I said, generally when an album or when a song wins something, we'll see it sweep the categories similar to it. So seeing Megan win here isn't surprising. I would have honestly been fine with any of these picks, either Posthumous for Nipsey or Pop Smoke. And the Baby's a good figure. Jack Harlow, that song's awesome. Little Baby's great, but props to Megan for really cementing her status in the industry.
Yep. I didn't know James Taylor was still alive until I looked at these lists again.
Me either. I mean, I know nothing about this, but when in doubt, the Grammys will give it to the boomer choice.
Yeah.
And they prove us right once again.
Standards. Pop standards.
Best pop duo group performance.
This isn't a very good category.
Yeah, this category is horrible. I mean, I actually like Rain on Me. I don't like seeing Ari win Grammys, period.
Yeah.
The song kind of slaps.
Yeah. I also would have been fine with the Taylor pick. I actually like that Bonnie.
Yeah, I think that's the best song on the album. I like BTS. Honestly, like Intentions.
Oh
and
god,
India.
I fucking hate BTS, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I like the Quavo feature. It's so bad. It's great. But I don't know. I guess I'm not angry about that. Best R&B album. Why the hell would you give it to John Legend?
I mean, it doesn't look like the category's got much going on.
Yeah, but John Legend is the safe consumerist pick there.
Well, there you go. That's why they picked John Legend.
I hate Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. They really are just the faces of liberalism. Anywho, best progressive R&B album. Our boy! It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this category is great. I love the Chloe and Halle record. I love the Free Nationals, and I love the Robert Glasper album. But, it's nice to see the bass god himself take it home. I'm going to be real. I can't talk about most of the other things here. But it is kind of funny that jazz gets 8 categories and metal gets 1, and not even best metal album.
Yeah.
I understand the way that is, but we get best Latin jazz album, best jazz ensemble album, best jazz instrumental album, jazz vocal album, best improvised jazz solo.
Just because the Grammys haven't really changed in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years even. I mean, obviously they're still relevant, and that's why we have a ton of winners in those categories. But yeah, I don't know, man. Come on. Even rock has less than jazz does.
Yeah, and look, jazz is very important, right? But it hasn't really been the popular form of music since the 50s.
Yeah, literally.
Since the early 50s.
Yeah, Fiona Apple wins with best alt music album.
She deserves that. I would have also liked Phoebe, but I mean,
it's okay. It's okay.
Best musical theater album.
Look, I gotta say, this is actually a good category for a number of reasons. Little Shop is a classic. Prince of Egypt. If you don't like the Prince of Egypt,
Prince of Egypt's just the best movie ever made.
I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, forget Citizen Kane. I want Prince of Egypt shown on space.
No, seriously. So I would have been okay with either of those winners, but I mean, come on. Jagged Little Pill is also just amazing. I mean, the album is amazing, so I can only assume that, the musical theater rendition isn't too horrible.
Yeah, I feel like that album probably translates really well to musical theater, too.
Oh, it does. It's been in the works for a long time, and I think they were supposed to premiere it either this year or last year, or they premiered, I don't know. I'm not caught up on that, but what I do know is that album smacks.
Fair. Okay, I cried when I saw that Rachel Maddow won the best spoken word.
Yeah. This is America, dude.
Dude, but come on, Flea was nommed.
He was nommed.
Dude, he got robbed, bro.
Yeah? You think Flea got robbed of a Grammy?
No, I don't know. I'm just not excited to see Rachel Maddow win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's most of everything that we can really talk about.
yeah. Let me just.
The Joker soundtrack won the Joker soundtrack.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Joker soundtrack won best score.
Oh my god, it did.
Best score.
Joker soundtrack.
Joker soundtrack.
Kind of surprised. 1917 didn't win it.
Oh,
Also, Billie Eilish winning another Grammy. Also, a Buried Alive song just came up in my Spotify shuffle and I'm gonna puke.
I'm sorry.
We love you, Buried Alive. Let's see.
Is that a claim you're willing to make?
That we love Buried Alive?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah, let me just scroll through and make sure we're not missing anything.
Best remix.
Best engineered album, Hyperspace.
I haven't listened to it, I'm gonna be honest.
Best recording package. Oh my god, seeing Kanye win Best Contemporary Christian Music Album. Do you know what I want to know? Have any like Christian metalcore bands been nominated for like Best Contemporary Christian Music Album?
I don't think so, but I know that hell, August Burns Red is a Christian band.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Didn't they win?
I don't know, man.
I think hold on. Now I got to go back through the Metal Grammys. They might not have won. I don't know. I thought they. Oh no! Wait. No. Wait. Did they win? No. I guess not. Yeah, Tenacious D won the Metal Grammy in 2015.
Yeah, for a live performance.
That sucks. That's oh. I'm sorry. Can we just go back? I just want to quickly go back, and I want to go through the Metal Grammys. Because there's not many of them. There's only 31 now. But, we got Body Count, we got Tool, we got High on Fire, we got Mastodon, Megadeth, Ghost, Tenacious D, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Metallica, Slayer, Slipknot, Motorhead, Metallica, Korn, Tool, Deftones, Black Sabbath, Metallica, Tool, Rage Against the Machine, Nine Inch Nails, Soundgarden, Ozzy Osbourne, Nine Inch Nails, Metallica.
Jesus Christ, dude. Does James Hetfield just carry... Does he sleep on a bed of Grammys or something?
He must, dude. And I don't know. These categories don't get much better. As you go back, fucking Mudvayne was nominated for.
Dude, Mudvayne are amazing. What do you mean?
Fuck no! Stop! Don't even.
Dude, Mudvayne are literally one of the best new metal bands. I will defend this to death.
All right,
dude.
Okay. Just because you're the best band in a shit genre doesn't mean you're a good band.
Mudvayne. Dude, go on RYM. Mudvayne are all in the Fords. I'm not even joking.
They're absolutely not.
No, but seriously, dude, it's pretty widely recognized that Mudvayne are based.
I am not a Mudvayne fan.
Dude, if you go on Mew, literally everyone goes bananas.
Okay, I don't browse Mew ever. Look, regardless, the fact of the matter is these suck, okay? Fucking in 2014, the fucking Metal Grammy got removed from 2011 to 2014.
What?
Strange. Well, it wasn't there for 2012 and 2011. Or 2013, rather. But Anthrax released a cover of TNT, and that got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, dude, Grammys just hate metal.
Well, they do. It's... I don't know, man. You can't even... Even the Power Trip thing still bothers me. I understand Riley had a big impact. I understand.
Dude, I'm fine seeing Power Trip get it. And would I've liked to see Ulcerate there? Yeah. But
Oranzi Pazuzu? Actually a band that is breaking into the mainstream that has a bit of underground footing. That album's huge now. That band is
honestly,
ginormous
do you know what the most Grammys decision ever would be? To nominate the Deaf Heaven Live album.
No, right? a good thing Deaf Heaven wins a Grammy, but I don't know. It still feels kind of cheaty, you know. Like where was the 2013 Sunbather win? I don't know. That's just weird to me. Like, are you telling me that fucking Power Trip shouldn't have been nominated when their 2017 album came out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Like, it absolutely should have been. No doubt. Better than fucking Megadeth. Yeah, I don't know. It's... All in all, Grammys suck. We can talk about performances now, I suppose. We've been going on about lists.
So, let's be real. That I love Billy, but that performance was atrocious.
Sucked. It was so boring.
Yeah, she's just... She's just on a car, like, doing her, like, really... Like, if you watch, like, live videos of Billy, like, she's not... I don't know. She's not the most,
performative.
Yeah, she just kind of sits there and, like, sings a song, which is fine, but... I don't know, it's the Grammys. You want a spectacle or something. And she's just there singing, like, one of her less good songs.
No, that's literally what it is while Phineas goes... On the fucking keyboard. I don't know, man. Yeah, no, not a highlight at all.
No, I agree. I don't know, the Miranda Lambert performance sucked, and it's funny because like she's known for being a really like solid performer.
Yeah.
And oh my god, dude, that Taylor Swift performance, come on,
dude. The worst thing about it is that every guys that album puts up, every vibe it tries to give off is so absent here.
No, I agree.
The whole thing, like, you're right. Quarantine album does not translate into a Grammy performance, and it did somehow with an overproduced music video in the woods in a cabin.
Oh, yeah, it was so dumb.
Yeah.
Seriously, and it's funny because like she literally did like a live performance of all of this on an album, and then just like seeing her in this dumb cabin with like, you know, the National and Jack Antonoff like miming their instruments was just ridiculous. It just didn't work at all.
Like, I would have preferred it if she just sat on stage and fucking strummed the guitar.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Fine. Yeah, no, that was not it. One bit. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to talk about good performances now?
Oh, well,
there were a few.
Let's hit the middling ones, dude. Like Post Malone was just kind of funny. Like he's just there in like full goth.
Yeah.
And he decides, like, it's funny because like I remember watching the Post Malone Nirvana live stream, and like he's actually a legitimately good performer. He's pretty talented, and he can hit his notes and like embody like a lot of that, you know, punk attitude. So to see him up there in like full Chris Angel get up, like just memeing his way through like a ballad was super annoying. Same thing with DaBaby. Like DaBaby is like honestly not that bad live, but like this is just such a goddamn dumb performance.
I'm rewatching it now.
Like he's just like it just feels so cheesy, for lack of a better like term. I don't know. It's hysterical. Ugh.
I don't know how people like DaBaby to begin with. I really don't. It blows my mind. But you know, I could kind of agree with you that it was just stupid watching him conduct I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like it really is hard to make a song that cheesier, and somehow they did it, you know?
Yeah.
No, and I mean, let's be real, like the latter half of the performances were good. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak slayed.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's a good track too.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'll take Anderson .Paak, like, you know, just getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Haim's performance fucking cult slayed, honestly. I really enjoyed that. I read I forget who did it, but someone was like, to see Haim go full lightning bolt on the floor was cool.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed that, even though, like, the song is not my cup of tea. I think, like, I really respect that Lil Baby did that. Did his thing, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't know, it's, I guess it's both a good thing and kind of an interesting thing to, like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
I think it's certainly important, and if the Grammys weren't going to acknowledge it, then I mean, I don't know. I think that because there was sort of an absence of that, you know, you're right. It's pretty bold, and it fit.
Mm-hmm. And also, dude, Killer Mike coming in with that very soul. Yeah, and, like, I remember that song. I love that song, Walking in the Snow. Like, seriously, he you know, Killer Mike never disappoints.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that Run the Jewels should have just been there anyway, but whatever.
Yeah, dude, I would have loved to see, like, you know, EP and Killer
I'm
Mike
so
going
surprised
bananas.
that RTJ4 was not present at this Grammys, but, you know, it's okay, I guess. Maybe next year. They seem a year behind, so.
I don't know, there's something powerful about seeing, like, imagery like that on a national stage, and hopefully, you know, it pissed off some chuds.
Oh, certainly did piss off some chuds. And we love to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just, you know,
they made a show.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't complain. Like, half the fun of pop is the spectacle.
Certainly.
And, you know,
but if we're talking about spectacle,
Dua Lipa fucking nailed it, seriously.
Yeah, no,
like, she really is.
That show was just awesome. It was so visually engaging, orally wonderful. Yeah. And,
like, there wasn't too much choreography, too.
No.
It wasn't, like, busy.
No, it was, I guess, back to roots pop. Very simple, but, yeah, absolutely effective.
No, I agree. And, like, you know, Dua Lipa's incredibly talented. Makes all of her songs are great. Yeah, you got the Max Martin producer. I don't know. She also, like, looks like a supermodel, so that doesn't hurt. But as a disgusting white male. BTS, you know, did the BTS thing. I could honestly, I'd never get tired of watching them perform.
I wish I could say the same thing.
What do you?
I just don't like I just don't like their music. I just don't like their music. That's all it comes down to.
I don't know. I've watched enough anime where, like, K-pop just kind of rubs off me at this point. I like K-pop.
I mean, they are great performers.
Yeah, they're so fun.
When you're a big group like that, and you literally, that is your entire lifeblood. You know, like they've trained for literally years to be at that point. Like, yeah, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, no, fair.
I understand.
Fair. Funnily enough, I think. Are they even on, like, another?
No.
I was, like, struggling to find it on YouTube, but yeah, I don't know. They're like they're literally perfect live.
Oh yeah.
So
they'll get killed if they're not. That was a bad joke.
Jesus Christ, dude! You should bleep that out.
It's okay.
Okay, look.
I think there is. I absolutely think that there are many conspiracies about the K-pop industry.
Oh well, okay. The way I always put it is the music industry, specifically the pop music industry, is incredibly exploitative of its stars.
Yes.
Like watch the Britney documentary as a recent example.
For sure.
And like
for sure.
that definitely happens in the K-pop industry. It's no different.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was referencing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think a lot of times heavy criticism of the K-pop industry does kind of come across as xenophobic, and I just want to avoid that.
No, I understand that. But yeah.
Oh yeah, so I don't know, like it's funny because here we are like talking about the performances, and it's just such a different tone. Because like for once, I feel like the Grammys performances didn't suck. Like they got popular artists of the moment playing their hits. Like,
yeah, I mean I agree with that. I think for the most part, most of them were at the very least passable, and there were a couple of great ones.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And we didn't even talk about our girl.
Dude, she was robbed.
Dude, she was robbed, and that new track, pretty damn based. I'm excited to hear it in a recorded form.
No, I agree. No, seriously, hearing Poppy just go bananas was absurd.
No, literally, I was not expecting it. I was like, I mean, and her screams sound good. You know, they're kind of processed with the compression of the whole thing, but like it's all right.
Yeah, no, and
like she sounds good.
No, seriously, and it was so interesting seeing like her backing band like playing like equipment I recognize. Like her guitarist was playing like a 7-string ESP that I almost bought at one point, and I don't know. Like, granted, you understand like those performances are definitely like edited and put together beforehand, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it.
Right.
And now I'm like, damn, I want to see Poppy live. And hearing her just...
I want to see Poppy live!
Yeah, it's funny.
God damn it.
Yeah, 3 Grammy-nominated bands will maybe be touring this summer. And
we hope.
Dude, Phoebe got robbed. Let's be real.
No, she did. She didn't win one. That's absurd. And especially because, I don't know, Punisher was a defining record of this year.
Oh, totally. Like, she was one of the few artists to really excel in quarantine. Like, I read a really good piece, I think, in Esquire about, like, being a quarantine rock star and all about Phoebe, and it was really cool. And also, like, I don't know, I love her Twitter. Her Twitter's hysterical.
I liked her post-loss Instagram post. I don't know if you saw it.
Was it Stop the Steal? Or Stop the Count?
It was, oh crap, now I gotta find it, hold on. Oh, it was me holding my Grammys, and it's just her standing in her backyard, face sullen.
Funny.
I gotta kick that.
No, she had a tweet yesterday where she was like, "If any of you guys are feeling like shit, just remind you that I had my heart broken by a dude whose biggest hit was an acoustic cover of Wonderwall." And I thought that was hysterical. Actually, I'm a Phoebe Bridgers truther, dude.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
If you go on 4chan, there's a very misogynistic contingent of people that are like, she only got big because she slept with Ryan Adams and rode his music industry success to the top. Which, you know, is industry connections are industry connections, and it's funny when, you know, you see a bunch of incels just pushing that rhetoric.
Yeah.
As a loving anon myself.
I agree. Well, do we have any final thoughts about the Grammys?
I don't know. Like, the Grammys are just a horrific institution. Like, just abolish the Grammys. Come on. It's nice to see that at least the show was like more fun to watch, but they still make the same mistakes every year.
Yeah.
Like, remember when Macklemore won over Kendrick?
I do. Oh.
Remember when Taylor Swift won over To Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more, and it's kind of weird because like
they're already way too long.
Well, no, I mean like there needs to be a more, not more award shows, but there just needs to be a little bit more variety. Like I don't know. Would you think it a negative thing if they had if Loudwire tomorrow announced a Loudwire Awards, like a real Loudwire Awards?
I mean, they do that though.
No, but like a real one,
yes,
like a big one.
This is the thing they did a few years ago.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, if it had the same impact as the Grammys, that would be so interesting, I think, and that goes for every genre.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
It's so hard to pit a lot of this music against each other. especially when there's so much of it.
Well, like at the end of the day, like you got to look why the Grammys are created, and they were, you know, it was literally an industry puff piece to push certain artists bigger or keep certain artists big. You know,
I want the Pitchfork Awards.
Yeah, seriously, Pitchforks get some things right.
some things right they would get.
No, I agree. I don't know. The Grammys suck. This year was marginally easier to deal with. The performances were entertaining. And it's nice, like, I feel like if this were last year, they would have just cucked, you know, like, the woman of color at every turn. So
Probably.
It's nice to see Megan get, like, recognition she deserves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, news time? Upcoming release time?
Corey Taylor announced a socially distanced tour.
Yeah, I saw the socially distanced tour.
And I was like, oh, lol, can I see them in Boston? And spoiler alert, every venue is, like, south of New York.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when we talked about Psychosexual?
I've never seen a band just be like, lol.
We need to do a redo. I mean, I don't blame them, but yeah, very interesting that this wonderful project decided to rebrand and pull off all their music, and yeah.
Like, was the album that bad?
I think it was that bad. You listen to the songs.
Well, the thing is, it was cringe. It wasn't honestly like orally that bad. It was really just the music was horrible.
Yeah, true. True. We have honestly some good releases coming up this week, dude.
Sorry, Adam. We gotta talk about some immensely important posts before then.
Oh, please tell me away.
Like Iced Earth's John Safer has been moved from Marion County.
I did see that, actually.
Let's see. I don't know. I thought
Guar has a new marijuana line. I have a bunch of stuff.
All right, we'll keep going.
Well, Guar has a CBD line now.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and a THC line.
Yep.
In the works.
That's pretty cool. 10-second songs is dead,
dude. Well, I mean, he's still keeping things going. He's just not making those all the time anymore.
Yes. Which I don't blame him for. I'm sure that formula gets pretty annoying over an extended period of time.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been under the impression that Anthony Vincent's just a hack, honestly.
I would be under the same impression.
Like, I want to start beef with 10-second song. Like, that dude is so immensely talented and knows exactly what he's doing. And every video he makes is like clickbait bullshit where he caters to the lowest common denominator and just apes like one song from each artist he has. Ugh. And he also like does this. He also does this thing where he like tries to present himself as like not being super confident, and he'll be like, you know, obviously this dude's ridiculously technically gifted. Yeah. And so he'll be like, oh, I'm not like ready to sing like this E8 and then hit like an E10 and be like, oops, did I do that?
He definitely has his audience.
He comes across as disingenuous and like punching way below his weight.
I think that hopefully he's moving on to bigger and better things at this point in his career. That's all we can hope for.
Hopefully, I don't know. Power to him, I guess.
This E1 live up is actually kind of hype. I don't know if I'll listen to it. There's an E1 live stream concert that is I'll go in order of performance. You got Plague Years, Body Snatcher, which two unknown-ish bands, Enterprise Earth, Within the Ruins, and the Contortionist headlining.
Oh, fair.
So I don't know.
Watch the Contortionist set.
It could be an interesting set. I don't know. Within the Ruins is alright too. Lacuna Coil has a board game.
Yo. When are we doing
it's called Horns Up.
The Mythagore board game?
We're not doing a Mythagore. No. You can read my Burzum review from last year and then read the metal I think it was Vince Neilston who did an in-depth analysis of Mythagore back when it was initially released. No, fuck that.
Wow.
But no, it's more. It's not like an RPG. Like, it's a board game.
Yikes.
Like a board game. Like, it comes in a box and there's metal fucking devil horn game pieces. Yeah, I don't know. Lacuna Coil. Spotify aims to provide payout transparency with new website Loud and Clear.
Then maybe we'll make 20 extra cents.
I'm just gonna read the comment from Daniel Eck about this. Oh no, this is the. Never mind. That's not what it is. Spotify has now launched a new website, Loud and Clear, which seems aimed at combating any pay rate related backlash. The site includes all kinds of facts which are clearly intended to reassure consumers that they're not screwing over their favorite band by using the service. For example, they claim they paid out $5 billion in royalties alone last year, which is a meaningless number without context, blah blah blah. Admit that only 7,800 artists broke 100K in royalties in 2020, and less than 900 broke 1 million. And now have a form in which you can plug in stream and listener totals to compare those amongst all other artists. So, I don't know, that's kind of cool, but I don't think it really solves the problem. It just kind of addresses it, which is a start.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the Spotify thing's honestly tough, because, like, the way the business model works is it is just fundamentally made to cuck, the everyday artist. Most people that use the platform, because of the way, like, the subscription model works. I don't know.
Certainly.
It's rough, but I mean, at the very least, like, Spotify should be paying their artists a living wage. It's obvious.
Do we want to talk about Flaw?
No, let's not touch it.
Okay.
It's just not worth it. I thought it was funny, though. If you guys,
if
listeners know what we're talking about, it's kind of funny.
Look up the Flaw drama. It's not good.
It really isn't. Don't be racist, please.
I have some.
I was gonna say Mars Volta, dude. This is
Mars Volta re-release.
Yeah, because they're like teasing something. You're like, oh my god, new album, right? And they're no, they're re-releasing unfinished demos from Comatorium.
No, it's Deloused. Yeah,
from Comatorium. And it's like, come on, guys, you're one of the greatest prog rock bands of all time. Like, don't do this. Like, it just sounds like Omar and Cedric haven't made any money in like 4 years, and they're like, "Yo, what? How do we milk these fuckers?"
Yeah, I have some a little bit of release news, and then I have a sad story, and then we can go into what's coming up, because we have a based tomorrow. So first of all, Zao is a pretty well-known metalcore band, and they're dropping a new album that's coming out soon. That's all. They dropped a new single. It's pretty okay. We saw Zao live. They were pretty all right. They were good.
Mm-hmm.
There is the former vocalist and guitarist of our own New Hampshire band Vatnik.
Yeah.
Is grouping up with the guitarist of Astronoid, the primary guitarist, Brett Boland. It's now even more incestuous than we thought it was in the New Hampshire mass post-rock metal scene, because they have a new band called Catan with a K, and Catan with a K, Kataan.
Chris Catan.
And it's like it's like it's kind of almost black and rolly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll listen to the album when it comes out. Okay.
It's a self-titled EP that comes out on May 7th. Well,
there you go.
On prosthetic.
Ew.
Ew. so they're probably getting paid okay, but not well enough.
There's literally one metal band from New Hampshire ever, so
yeah, you got to support the boys. And apparently, the new At the Gates album will be proggy, crowdy, and avant-gardist, according to Thomas Lindbergh, the vocalist of the group.
Yeah, no, hey, I'm hyped. I think the first At the Gates record is actually the best At the Gates record, and it's wacky. Yeah. It's super zany. And I look forward to them like exploring the. That.
I agree.
That sounded good. Oh gosh,
I have some.
Yeah, dude, the Red in the Sky is ours, utterly based.
Yeah, I have some sad news.
No, Adam, what's sad news?
The bassist of Artificial Brain.
Dude, his apartment was like his apartment went all Varg and Euronymous in the 90s, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So there's a GoFundMe page. You should support it because they lost everything.
What did it cost? Everything.
Literally everything. So go support Artificial Brain. We love the boys.
Our good friends.
They make
friends of the pod.
And now listen to this release week.
Dude, okay. 2 words. Mare cognitum.
Mare cognitum. Bam. Okay. The Batushka EP comes out tomorrow, too. Now, obviously, we don't support that, but it will be interesting to hear what that has to offer. Devin Townsend acoustic live album.
No.
New Era album. I know we don't like Era very much, but you know they exist and are a popular band. Yeah, that's the big stuff. But that's a pretty big week. I mean, the Mare Cognitum release is all we're going to be talking about next week. So,
no, seriously,
get ready.
And apparently, it's amazing.
I mean, the single is like god tier, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, Mare Cognitum are one of those groups that just can do no wrong. Like, our boy Jacob Zubrzeski lives, eats, and breathes atmospheric black metal. He
has a label, you know.
Really?
Now. He made a label recently, yeah. Do you remember, I don't remember the name of the band. There's a couple of bands that he is signed to. Hold on. It's Extra Conscious Records is the name of his record label, and he has the groups he has are Hooray, Akathexis. It's mostly his own stuff. Silver Knife from last year, but he's actually released quite a bit of content.
That's it. We getting signed to Jacob's label.
Well, it's all black metal, so I mean...
Hey, I have like 5 black metal songs recorded.
Shrug emojis. PMMetalGuide black metal.
It's like us, except worse. Yeah. I don't know. What anything else?
I don't have anything.
How do we end up talking for an hour and a half at the Grammys?
We did. There was a lot to talk about, dude. We went through a lot of categories, and then we talked about performances.
True.
And then we talked about all our other shit.
I don't know. I have some like dumb topics that aren't worth bringing up now.
Well, all right.
But I don't know. We'll talk about Deliverance either next week or the week after that, depending on, because I have a wacky next recording day schedule. But
well, yeah.
After that, we probably won't take a break until after Watershed, though.
Yeah, that'll be Opeth Central from there on out.
And Adam will be like, "Yo, Sam, I know I was wrong. My favorite Opeth song is By the Pain You See in Others."
Damn, I didn't know I could be so well telegraphed.
No, you'll be like, "Yo, dude, Deliverance is the best song ever." And then you'll probably think Wreath is okay and the rest of the songs are mediocre. But it depends how much you listen to them, because they really are growers, not showers.
Fair enough.
Either way, I've been Sam.
I'm Adam.
Anthony Fantano forever.
The Grammys.